the double out Kaiser, the
Do
double out
have
Uzi.
two different marksmen inside Pakistan right now. I do think that this is quite risky, to be honest. But you know what? It might work because the amount of crowd control is a lot.
Yeah, and I'm going into game two. I mean, you're seeing exactly Anwar. Guys are like everybody's going to be focusing on him as well as Mohammed N. Those are the main two targets. You have Hassan to kind of just to build off of that. I mean, when the big ults are happening by Uzair and Mohammed H, like Hassan, that's like the dream because the Blazing Brilliance is just going to scorch everybody.
Yeah, and with the Dolia in hand, we're going to be expecting a lot of Celestial Melody is going to be used towards Farouk. We are quite excited for that for sure because it has been quite a while to see a Dolia and Kaiser combo on any official stage.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen one at the Asian Games qualifier thus far. I don't even think we've seen a Kaiser at that, so this is going to be interesting. The Kaiser, always a big bruiser, somebody you have to respect. And yeah, there are actually some juicy targets on the Pakistan side. So if he's able to get his farm and to get to that backline, he is definitely to spell trouble.
Right, Anwar, Hassan, Muhammad, and all three of them are, well, we would say that a very long-range hero. We're gonna have to stand very far back, needs a lot of protection. So, can Uzair and Muhammad H really protect them from the potential onslaught coming from Farouk, Mahmoud, and Akbar resetting them? So it's gonna be a bit of a problem for them.
Yeah, well, I believe, right? I think that seeing what we saw in game one, it seems like everybody understands their role. They do a great job, but now they're just going to dive onto Mahmoud, and then he's going to give up first strike, dive in the tower. Pakistan coming out firing.
A very good initiation coming from them. I did not expect coming from H. Muhammad H just now. He actually committed into the dive. And right now, are they going to try to do the same down at the bottom lane? Because Anwar has just arrived, but it seems like he just wants to go to the Azure Golem.
Yeah, that commitment was huge, right, by Mohammed H. Just diving the tower, not playing scared. That's the biggest thing, right? Like, you think that you can go, but it's like, do we want to risk it? It's like, yeah, when we're able to secure a kill like that, we'll take it any day of the week.
But here's the thing about Dharma, right? It's a hero that is a one-hit wonder. If he misses his ultimate during mid-game or late game, I think it's going to be quite problematic for them because once he has no ultimate and then maybe Uzair misses his skill sets, the Raging Sea, then the rest of his team, Anwar, Hassan, and Muhammad N, is going to have a lot of problems because they cannot protect themselves. There's no more crowd control whatsoever coming from the Pakistan side.
Yeah, but, you know, this is a squad that has been nothing but going to the cinema with one another. I think that the trust and the belief that Mohammed H is going to hit every single one of his truths is definitely there. So they're going to make that play 9 times out of 10.
I agree. But if it doesn't work, they have to change the genre. They have to take what they're watching. Right?
New movie.
Okay, so having Mahmoud hiding in the brush in the mid lane, probably going to try to capture Hassan. He still has his flash. We have to remember that. Oh no, he doesn't, but they're going to try to force this one out.
Oh, Wings of Judgment, Mohammed H. He actually went in on this one. That might have been a little bit of too much to handle, and Uzbekistan making him pay. They're like, okay, we'll take that food to go.
3 ultimates, just for one guy, from Mahmoud, Farouk, and Umijan. We do know that the ultimate coming from Futsa is really, really annoying. You cannot move, and the wings coming from Garuda is just going to, you know, enjoy this free food.
Yeah, and I think they're going to be very happy with that play, right? A little bit of a misplay by Muhammad H, being a little aggressive, but doing things without vision, right? I think that that's definitely underrated, especially in Honor of Kings. You need to understand where people can potentially be. He thought there might be one person, found out that there was more than one, and he paid with his lives. But the Blazing Brilliance doing a little bit of work, but it's on the wrong side. They're going to still take Akbar anyways. On the other side, Uzair was there to help ensure that they got that crowd control.
Again, vision is the topic right here. They're going to go towards the Crimson Golem, trying to force this one out. Muhammad H is very much ready, but he's going to pull back.
Oh, now Anwar taking a decent amount as well. He needs to be careful, but he's going to be focused down. The stuns are real onto Mahmoud, and he somehow, no, he will fall in the end. Uzair trying to stay away, but he too will fall. Hassan now on the run. Muhammad H and then is showed up, trying to keep him alive, and it looks like he does get the pick off on the Farouk, but 3 members down from Pakistan, and Muhammad H is not worried at all. He tried to flash forward. He's going to be picked off as well.
Muhammad, and he's really trying to go in just now.
I mean, he didn't expect 2 members of Uzbekistan to just be there, right? Waiting for him. I mean, he tried to be aggressive, which is kind of what you want, because he thought he could make the heroic play of just kind of coming in and saving everybody. But unfortunately for him, just didn't realize that, again, two guys are going to mug you in the alley, so to speak.
Yeah, you can see on how Anwar is really trying to push Mahmoud away. They're just here at the top lane, just for a while, and he's gonna fly down below, and it seems like he's gonna try to focus on war right now because all the resources in their own jungle is already empty.
Yeah, taking that away right now. And being aggressive, Pakistan going back to their tried and true of just invading. But Uzbekistan have gotten a bit of the net worth lead. Gotten a couple picks. Anwar needs to be careful. He was sticking around, but he's going to just dash away. And this bottom lane under siege right now.
Yeah, they're going to be focusing on the tier 1 tower. Seems like there's nothing that Uzbekistan can do except maybe touch the minion. They cannot. There's not enough time, but the rotations coming from Uzbekistan is quite scary. It might work if Pakistan actually went through the back of the Tyrant pit.
Yeah, but I mean, they got what they wanted. The bottom T1, I think that they're going to be very happy with that. They make their way into the mid lane here. There, though, needs to be careful. The Raging Sea's on to 2, though, but he gets blown up. Uzbekistan, when their powers combine, that's what happens. They're able to burst you down.
This is what exactly we needed from the previous game from Uzbekistan.
Yeah.
To group up and really play in a close formation and do this very effective focus fire. And it's working very well for them, especially when they're playing with Futse. It feels like they need a hero like Futse to really lock someone down and stop them from moving so that they all group up closely together.
Do you think it's more Uzbekistan stepping up or Pakistan making more mistakes?
It feels like Pakistan do make mistakes here. It feels like a bit of both. A bit of both.
Oh, the flash on forward. He goes with the truth. He decides to change targets, but he's been locked in with the Sage's Might says, where are you going, my friend, as Umijan takes him down.
Wow, a very, very efficient teamwork coming in from Uzbekistan. They're still trying to group up down at the bottom lane. We do have Umijan nearby. He is very ready to use his ultimate again once more after this, but it seems like the red buff is not going to be stolen by Pakistan.
Yeah, Farouk there had the smite. He was like, I'm not losing this one. I need to keep that. And Farouk doing, again, this is that target. He needs to keep those buffs alive. It helps him with the farm and, of course, any sort of team fight that might happen. But now comes a teleport into the mid lane by Mahmoud.
They're going to try to group up in the mid lane right now. Tyrant's going to come up in 5 seconds. Muhammad almost goes down here, Holder.
Oh, he's going to eat the Wings of Judgment, and that's going to be enough as they take it. Fuzair trying to use the Raging Sea, but a little too late. The Blazing Brilliance will get the return one, but he too will fall. 3 members down. Anwar trying to stay alive, but he too will fall. Muhammad H is the last man standing. He will deal with the minions. Uzbekistan now feeling it. They're going aggressive.
A very good fight coming in from Uzbekistan. It seems like what was
up in play by Farouk. Right on the Kaiser, the Invincible Warrior has lived up to his name. He's 4-1-6. This is a guy, again, when he's able to tank things and actually get to the back line, he's gonna be scary.
I agree, and the rotation coming in from Uzbekistan is so much more effective now. But I think they need to keep up with this momentum. I am a little bit worried that Mahmoud might go back to his default mode of going to side lane alone and not being too close to his teammate. See on how Pakistan is very much ready. But Mahmoud really needs to be careful of the path that he's going to choose to walk on.
Oh, and now they're thinking about the right angle. Mahmoud has joined up, but now Akbar taking a lot of damage on this one. The Wings of Judgment on the return. The Raging Sea used defensively. He actually went the wrong way, and it might not have been the greatest on targets, but Anwar's going to be picked off, and they find Mahmoud on the side. Ismailbek is there to help clean up. Muhammad H is going to be down as well. Uzbekistan with the man advantage.
This is a very good fight. It seems like we finally will have our 3-game series for the first time in the qualifiers. The gameplay coming in from Uzbekistan is very, very good. 2 people got taken down by the Uzbekistan, and they will try to get as much resources as they can and focus down on the Tyrant. They did not go for the Overlord, Hala.
Yeah, we've been wanting a game 3 for the past, 3 days now. We haven't really found it, but this is the day 3. We think that this is going to be there. I mean, Uzbekistan in the driver's seat. The potential for pulling off the victory definitely very high at this stage.
Yeah, right now, you can see on how they're rotating towards the Overlord. They're very well aware that having the Tyrant buff, they can try to zone the area of Uzbekistan. They also are very much aware with the primal bond that they have. They will try to avoid Pakistan from taking this very important objective.
Yeah, but 60 more seconds for Uzbekistan to really do anything. They're going to look to just kind of, again, stick together. Maybe look for a little bit of push, because, again, you're attracting attention and making sure that Pakistan doesn't get that overload for free.
Yeah, and they really have to be aware of the positioning coming in from Muhammad. If Muhammad is suddenly very nearby them, Dharma is almost like Javde. He can really turn the game around even though they're losing 5k behind or 10k gold behind. So they really need to be aware of where Dharma is.
Yeah, and actually looking for me, at least the role that I want to kind of go with the head-to-head, Farouk and Anwar. Anwar right now about 2k behind, and it looks like he's going to be out of position as he gets locked down by the Sage's Might. Mahmoud making him pay.
A very good flash, and Sage's Might. Overlord is going to be focused down by the Pakistan. They do know that Overlord is going to be taken very, very quickly, and the disengage, a very quick disengage coming in from Pakistan. And it seems like they are going to have to play defensive for a bit.
Yeah, so good use of space, I would say. I mean, you knew that Anwar was going to be going down. The Rage C is going to maybe just hit onto Farouk here, but that's just kind of clearing them out. The biggest piece to this is Mahmoud in the bottom lane. Let the man split push.
Yeah, you know what? They did make the right decision to actually go for the Overlord very quickly. They do know that the rest of the Uzbekistan team is very far away. And right now they have to focus on defending also. Pakistan have to find a proper positioning, have to play around with the available brushes around the entire map holder for them to really utilize what Lapu Lapu and Dharma has.
Yeah, and now they're playing a very defensive game, right? And Uzbekistan, with that lead, about 5k at this point, they're sticking together here, hiding, cowering in fear, so to speak, with these rushes, right? Uzbekistan, on the other hand, are, again, this is the map control. When you have a lead, you want to be pushing it and just shoving it in their faces so that Pakistan has to show up and deal with those lanes.
Yes, and I do think that they're going to have to try their best to play around with the utilities around the entire map, knowing that there's no surprise factor is not going to be big of a problem, because when they play with surprise, I'm pretty sure Dharma will be used at full effective efficiency.
Yeah, but it's harder to make those sort of surprise plays as the Dharma when you don't have vision, right? And you're kind of going in blind, or the other brush might be taken like you're seeing here by Uzbekistan. Like, you can't find the perfect angle because you have less of the map to own.
Yeah, probably have to play around with kiting a lot more. And right now it seems like Pakistan is going to play with the 4-1 formation with Anwar doing the side quest. But it seems like he's going to get caught up again in the bottom lane.
Yeah, but I mean, he's got some mobility, but they also find Mahmoud, who's all by himself. He's going to look to just try to run away, but the Raging Sea, they're throwing everything in the kitchen sinks, and they finally take down Mahmoud.
Everything that they have, which is very important because Futze from Mahmoud has been a big problem all this while. And I think it's quite worth it because the next team fight is going to be quite far away.
Yeah, I mean, they lost it in the same way that Pakistan, when they lost Anwar, they got the Overlord. In the same way, they're going to pick up the Tyrant. Yes, it's the Shadow version, and they're going to trade away the top T2.
It's very interesting to see this game right now, the way they all rotate is so much more closer and different from the previous one.
They decide to go right in. The Blazing Brilliance doing a little bit of work onto Farouk. Does he have enough shields? And he's going to go down. Hassan has been taken down. They find Muhammad H as well. And Uzbekistan wither the storm, and they turn it around. 3 members down from Pakistan.
A very good fight coming in from them, and I do think that they are on the right track. The way they rotate together, so completely different from before. The gold difference is really leaning towards more to Uzbekistan, 6,000 gold in front. But I do see that on how Anwar is going to try to force this one out. Umijan managed to find that heal, and he managed to survive.
Oh, Umijan just barely staying alive. They find Anwar, though. They get the pull back, and they should get the revenge. You say, hey, how dare you go on against Umijan? And now Muhammad, and on the run, Joe runs it to Ismobek, trying to run away, not able to do so. Ismobek making him pay. Uzbekistan hitting on all cylinders. Now they're looking to siege the high ground. 2
of them are down. They're going to try to focus on the tier 3 tower. The high ground tower is going to go down or not. It seems like no, a very good clearance coming in from Pakistan. The long range clearance from them is very, very effective. That's probably why they have Angela too. They're making good use of Angela, but as of right now, Muhammad hasn't used his ultimate just yet.
Yeah, the wave clear is real, right?
Yeah.
It just completely stopped that. they might have lost those T3s. They would have been a world of hurt. But now the Overlord, they're like, hey, okay, we need a little bit more push. These Vanguards are definitely a little bit tankier. They're going to have a much easier time to push with those Vanguards.
But however, we still haven't had a chance to see a good and proper ultimate coming in from Dharma, right? I think they really have to somehow play around him, his presence. I feel like he's not being utilized perfectly just yet. He doesn't need to be perfect, you know. Just one surprise for that one guy who's opening the door.
Yeah. I agree. We haven't seen it. He hasn't really made that play, but it could be completely game-altering if he hits the right truth, right? So if he's able to hit that, again, Uzbekistan have kind of largely mitigated that because the way that they're positioning, very spread out come team fights.
True. And I think that they're also aware with Dharma's presence and what Dharma can do, so they have to spread out quite widely. But Mahmoud is actually quite far. They cannot start the war right now. They have to wait for him.
Oh, Wings of Judgment doing some serious work on the Anwar. He's going to go back, limp to the fountain. The mid T3 is under siege as well. Farouk deciding to go in, turning it on with the Invincible Warrior, finding them all as they try to go in, but Farouk might have gone too deep. The Sages might locking him down. 3 members down from Pakistan, Uzbekistan. They're going to continue to die in the tower.
But it has ended now. We'll find out that it has ended. A very good fight coming in from Pakistan. And they tried their very best, but congratulations to Uzbekistan.
It took a while for them to actually